Well, what a scene we have here. There's a real expectant buzz in the stadium and the players on the pitch are raring to go any minute now. Colours vivid and vibrant, songs loud and proud. The tone for this game is well and truly set. So off we go then. Watching, there's very little room for debate when it comes to Andrea Pirlo's legacy in the game of football. He made that deep-lying creative position his own.
Although I believe it was something that happened almost by accident.
Pretty happy accident.
Yeah, it seems he started out as a number 10, but he didn't have the necessary pace or physicality, so he just dropped deeper. Now his game is all about stepping up at the right time, picking the most perfectly measured through balls, and he's nailed it.
Zola. Varane wins the duel this time. And this is Eto'o. Zola. Now it's Eto'o. And he shoots! And he was there to get a vital touch.
Eto'o clearly thought he had the beating of the keeper.
Cannavaro swung over and smartly reclaimed. And it's Messi looking to play him in. Neither of these two want to come off second best. So, Jim, what have you made of what we've seen so far?
Well, both sides seem happy with the patient approach for now, still trying to have a good look at one another.
Cannavaro did just about enough to come out on top there. Neither party overly willing to compromise. While facing up to his adversary, this is a formidable matchup. Space for him to turn and look. He is, and Messi! It's hit the upright. Varane tries to clear. Eto'o!
And he could have done himself a massive favour by just lifting his head up there. You know, it would have been a better picture of what was going on around him.
Now this could be a chance. Oh, look at the space here. There's a beautiful simplicity about this contest. Willing running on one side, dogged defence on the other. Oh, well played, well sorted out. Best gets on his bike and on the move. Well, the defence just about came out on top, but they were certainly tested. Big chance! Off the post. Place it in low. Zola is a player who barely needs an invitation to shoot. Could move up a gear here. Neymar. Oh, this is a very good run.
Internacional really are a team that like to break lines.
Yeah, they love doing that, and it does work.
Yeah, plenty of balls in behind Peter. Just needs to find the right run now.
Foot in. Another throw in. And no, he's seen through all of that. Gerrard, very much a man of this moment. And this is, can he finish? Oh, that was wicked, a truly wicked effort.
Yeah, I mean, I guess he tried one of his specials.
That's good running with the ball. intercepted tidily. Cross into the towering header! Oh, denied brilliantly!
Bullet is offering a right smile there. All he needs to do is to place this between the goalposts and basically let them attack it.
Inter Milan with another corner. Corner number 2 then. Not pretty, but it gets the job done. Internacional are looking to go forward now. And this is Eto'o. Gently done. Right card, kept his eye on it, and he's there. Driving on and making good progress. Now it's Eto'o. Not much subtlety about that challenge. You have to say that was an exemplary tackle. Stopped him dead in his tracks. No, he's not played the ball, that's a foul. And it's Ribery.
Teremos minuto de acréscimo.
That is good pressure, just hounded him off it. Vieira. And we've reached half-time. So neither team were able to take the lead, but it certainly hasn't been for the lack of trying. So neither side has found a way through yet.
Yeah, 0-0, but definitely not from the want of trying. There's been plenty of industry and hard work, as well as some good defending, so I wouldn't be too dismissive just yet.
So both teams still stuck on the starting blocks here, 0-0 at the break. And so the action is resumed.
Internacional are probably feeling relatively good about themselves, so I don't think the manager has seen anything to change in his half-time team talk.
It's a good run down the right. Vieira. Passes short and sharp. Oh, he's enjoyed that. He evidently loves the contest. And this is Eto'o. Now, and the shot! Now, who's going to be first to this? Oh, what has happened? In he goes again! It's in!
Dependability is one thing, and he brings that to his game, but that sort of dynamism is another attribute he's blessed with, and it's revealed on a regular basis too. Superb.
The movement so precise, the finish sumptuous.
Look, if you want to be effective on the break, then the key element is always pace. That's what really rips defences apart, and it's difficult to find an answer to it when it's applied like that.
Internacional have taken the lead.
And talk about the perfect time to score.
He's having a pop! World class from Zola! Oh, it really is a finish of the highest order. 2 up and in charge, and things are looking pretty good for them now. A truly super goal. What a spiky hit that was.
That is simply tremendous. I mean, how easy would it have been to get across it or overhit it? Perfection.
Internacional are now luxuriating in a 2-goal lead.
Well, their manager seems to have them always thinking about the next goal. When's the next goal coming? They're such an entertaining watch.
And he welcomes it in. Gullit gets flagged offside. Oh, this looks sharp. And again, they run up against stubborn defending. Messi. And there's the shot! Ambitious, but just off target.
He actually looks pretty annoyed with himself there. He's usually better than that.
substituição no time do Internacional.
So time for change,
Camisa
and
9.
this one has been on the cards for a little
Camisa
while.
17. Camisa 19. Neymar.
Inter Milan are looking to play on the counter here, aren't they?
Well, I think it's pretty clear they've chased it.
Oh, he's having a go! And that is high.
A message to the wise, it's probably better to try and get him behind that defence than try that over and over.
Internacional are, of course, in a position to go to the bench should the need arise. Knocks it into space. Beckham with the... Oh, good effort! Yes! Up by 3. They have their boot on the throats of their foes. He watched it all the way, and the finish was unerring.
He did so well there, attacking the ball the way he did. He got a strong forehead behind that one.
And very quickly, the substitute made his mark.
That's just as the manager would have seen it, an impact sub.
3-0, and things are starting to look awfully cosy. Shapes to shoot! And the keeper has shown real class. He had to be at his very best.
Well, it's almost like he had too much thinking time there, Peter.
Here's the header! Decent attempt, but not quite good enough.
Incredible. He had all the time in the world to pick his spot as well.
Beckham. He is starved of space and time. He's on it, can he get away?
Beckham really was well marshalled there because he was denied the opportunity to turn.
That's going across goal. Thuram attempts a clearance. Best.
They want to be quick here, it's breakaway time.
Just about within shooting range. Now, what about a counter-attack? Now it's Mackay. Well, that looks a decent ball. Oh, he'd have done well to reach that. Ribéry going face-to-face with his great rival. Ribéry crosses it in. That has earned a reprieve for the time being. Ball's gone out of play. Beckham, and that could set him on his way. Now it's Hunnit. Fermin. And there's his chance to lead the counter. Gerrard. He can run onto that. He leaps for it! He's kept it out just. Vieira. Now Berbatov. And the number on the board is 3. And he's managed to get free. Great defending, strong and determined. Fermin. Gerrard. The less said about that pass, the better. And it's Berbatov. That's a good ball out wide. And it's played. Terrific effort! And that is as much as we have time for. Internacional, just a thrill to witness here. Quick, slick, and such fun. You really would fear for anyone playing up against them right now. Well, what are your thoughts on today's game then, Jim?
Well, the look on the manager's face says it all. He knows he set his attack up perfectly, and the players carried out his instructions to the letter, it would seem. Everything working very nicely.
So just time for me to say thanks to Jim for his wisdom and to wish you all a very good evening. Oh, what a sight this is. The colour, the choreography, the camaraderie. The fans have pulled out all the stops to make this a monumental occasion. Well, colour and passion just oozing from the stands here. These fans love their football, and we're about to be dished up a feast of it. So it's away we go then. Well, this is a guy who has pushed back the boundaries year on year. A brilliant maverick who just, Jim, seems to go on and on. He's having a pop! Oh, it rattles the bar! And there's an early warning shot across the bow.
It's certainly a bold attempt, and there's nothing wrong with that. Shame he didn't work the keeper a bit more, though.
James, just like so many of his contemporaries, is proving very good at driving forward. Internacional have a free kick. Oh, the ref's been lenient here. I doubt he'll get too many more chances.
Well, you either commit a foul and take one for the team, or just stand by and concede a potential goal. It's not a great choice, Peter, but I think I do the former in that position. Eto'o really was well marshalled there because he was denied the opportunity to turn.
Stam did just about enough to come out on top there. Neither party overly willing to compromise. And it's James. And he has been fouled there. Gattuso. James crosses. And the keeper gets his hands on it. Very early stages, Jim, but anything up to now that's of note?
Well, I think both teams probably feel it's too early for either to start taking real risks. So they're still very much in a phase of testing the waters and sizing each other up.
Nesta. Either side yet able to force a breakthrough here. And it's Vieira.
Internacional really are a team that like to break lines.
Tries one from range. It's bounced back off the post. Rafael Varane. So what can they make of this? Some intricate passing, looking to progress the ball. And this is it. And he shoots!
Décimo
There to
vratec.
get a vital touch.
Eto'o clearly thought he had the beating of the keeper.
Internacional with their first corner, the first in the game for either side, actually. Oh, the ball's come loose here. That's destined for the flank.
A nemoj to, gospodine, će mi ostane.
And here's Neymar. Azar. Oh, good read.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Oh, that's nice. And the whistle's gone, presumably for offside. Shin to shin, bicep to bicep, and he wins out. And here's Azar. He's got away. Neymar did well to emerge with the ball. That's a contest to keep an eye on. It's a good run he's making out on the left. Thuram does really well to win the ball there.
Pa šta znam, djeluje mi bolje igrica nekako malo.
It's a pretty loose pass. Messi is offering some sort of an apology there.
Well, that's down to a simple miscalculation. No more, no less.
In towards the back stick. He's there and gets it away. Messi. Now, what about a counter-attack? This is a promising build-up. Oh, that's well done, really robust. And here's Messi. Always onto this. And a header! Goal! Internacional! And it's Internacional who take the lead. He watched it all the way, and the finish was unerring.
Yeah, it all came from some really smart movement, Peter. Did the defence let themselves down by not picking him up? I think the boss won't be amused.
Internacional have taken the lead.
Well, that gives them the privilege to control the tempo of the game. It's up to them to manage it from here now.
Chance here to counter. Bops him off it and wins back the ball. Well, that's beautifully weighted. He's in. There's the shot! Oh, good finish.
Ovo mi se sviđa više, ne može ljudi prizeći, brate, a ti ovaj se zove uze sleđa loptu, brate, nešto vanzemaljski.
The finish sumptuous.
Well, it's an example of counter-attacking at its finest. Real cut and thrust.
Internacional are now luxuriating in a two-goal lead.
Well, that's a real psychological weight off the shoulders, I think. It's a very different game now at 2 up.
Now it's Ibrahimovic. Neymar, a player who needs no introduction. Messi. Oh, lovely feed, he is such a good mover. Looking for the far post. And it's safely in the keeper's hands. And for the first half, that is that.
Well, the second goal certainly came as a welcome surprise, Peter. So late and so potentially destructive.
That certainly seems to be the case.
And that ought to encourage an even more ambitious approach in this second half, Peter, with control already established.
Internacional looking composed, content, comfortable, leading 2-0 at half-time. We're on the move again. Whistle's gone, that's a foul. Eto'o is fouled. Just eases him off the ball. Oh, good-looking ball. Messi. And here's Eto'o. That is lovely.
Ne verujem, mislim, tu samo piše, nije Tuza. Ne verujem da je neki naš.
Dogged defense on the other. That has ended up in no man's land. And it's James. Strong running down that left flank. Zola. Now it's Neymar. He's in plenty of space here. Takes a shot. Yildiz. Knocks it into space. Pele. And this is Hazard. Early stages of the second half, and still 2 between them. And the pass is intercepted. FC Tulsa do have a chance to counter here, looking to pass their way up the pitch. He's a sharp little ball here, and this is Messi. He's picked his way through. Goes for a shot!
A da, brate, kad nema ovaj AI da odbrani ovdje, lagano prolazi.
And they are tearing the opposition apart here. Simply breathtaking stuff. That really is quite fabulous, all his own doing.
Well, from the moment he got involved, he
Gets his head on it! It's in! They're back within reach! A really thumping header, absolutely crashes it in.
Well, I don't think he could have asked for a better ball in there, Peter. All he had to do...
Takes the shot!
Šta sam teo još, ovaj centar šuteve malo, brate, da smanje, jer svako ulazi, baš je nerealno, bilo bi top.
A mixture of good defending and indecisive passing. No progress. Azar. Neymar. That's Gerrard. Gerrard charging forward, the ball at his feet. Azar.
If they want to counter, they could do with more speed.
Bellingham. Now it's Ibrahimovic. Bellingham. Neymar. That's been intercepted.
That was well played, well stopped.
Pele! Oh, that was a brilliant save.
Yeah, he was well placed to deal with that.
A mislim da neće to skoro dodirati. Fermine. Dobro, može će. Fermine.
Substituição no time do Internacional.
So we have movement on both benches.
Camisa 17. Camisa 19. Neymar. Camisa 14.
Gattuso!
Camisa 21.
That's a fair try. Not just off target.
Camisa 22. Camisa 25. Camisa
And it's
10.
Lopez.
Camisa 16. Camisa 11. Substituição em andamento.
Rummenigge was only too happy to help out in defense.
Ma jok, preteško za mene da uđem da ja.
Critical of a forward's tackle, but that was squeaky clean.
Stood up well to him there. Rummenigge. Now then, the ball's come loose.
Yeah, they were looking for a counter-attack.
Just a quarter of an hour to play. Always goal side. The ball is loose and the chase is on. He's gone down, but the referee just tells him to get back
Ma
up
jesmo
again.
da jedan šalinci.
Looking for the run.
Evo, ovo mi se sviđa što ne može mi uzme loptu. Da se zagradiš. Ako jedan govna.
He's running away. Chance!
Super.
Superb from Gattuso! That is a gem! An absolute gem! It was the crispest of hits. He just crashed it in.
Yeah, you just don't save those, Peter. Too much power on, and the manager's absolutely loving this.
FC Tulsa now just needing one.
Well, they'll just be praying that one more chance falls their way before the whistle goes.
And he's got the beating of his man. He's had a shot! So close to drawing level.
Rummenigge was already celebrating in his head and probably still can't process how the keeper denied him. What a stop.
Tries to get it clear.
FC Tulsa really are showing all the necessary urgency, but it's potency they need.
Van Bronckhorst produces the perfect tackle there. And claimed it back swiftly. McManaman. Looking to play him in. Oh, the chip pass hasn't quite come off.
FC Tulsa really can only do one thing now, Peter. Get the ball up front, make sure it sticks, and sustain some pressure.
Foram
And it's
indicados
Beckham.
4 minutos de acréscimo.
Beckham stood his ground strongly. It's a good run down the right. And that's aimed into the middle. Stam going vertical. Time added on 4 minutes. Has to go back here. And that's left him on the seat of his pants. Oh, he's caught him in or out. Internacional have been handed a game-changing chance. Czech clearly engaging in mind games here. Corners you like, and they're running away with it. Switch, not a blink.
I just think the keeper committed himself to it.
And time is up. Internacional can take all the spoils, and it is nothing less than what they are perfectly entitled to.
Ma sad smo ludi ljudi, mnogo igraju baš. Nekad sam imao 100 pobjede, 1 poraz, sad sam loši. Ovaj nije loš, čini mi se.
The noise is just about reaching a crescendo here as these two sides get ready to lock horns. This is football at its finest. This place is rocking, menacing, intimidating, almost primal, beyond description really. This is just another ordinary day though in the life of the Boca nation. So straight into the action.
In modern football, the role of the defensive midfielder has become hugely important.
Talking of which, Claude Makelele, the battery in the watch.
Yeah, and fittingly, a lot of pundits refer to...
And Messi!
A daj, Messi, sjebali su malo ovaj bliskar.
Truly wicked effort.
Well, that was certainly bold, Peter. He's never short on confidence.
And it's Hullet. Look at the space here. Nesta, defending his corner stubbornly, stood up very well to his man. And there's Greengrass. Chance for a shot!
O, kakav lag je bot, jeben ga.
Lovely take, but that is where it stops.
A wonderful ball to play him in like that. Great pace, into feet, nearly superb.
Messi. Well, that's well spotted. Neymar. Solar. Solar! And it's a goal!
Tako volim ove bliskarove.
Been looking at him to produce the goods, and that was
Ali sjebali su malo što jebem ih usta I Japanca glupa.
That is a diamond of a goal. The planning immaculate, the execution brilliant.
That was magnificent.
And the shots! And he was there to get a vital touch.
That's very good. You can't ask for much more than that.
And we have our very first corner. Cleared away. Davids receives it in a good position here. Zola. Now it's Messi.
They need to play this quicker in transitions like this.
That is a jarring tackle, but apparently nothing wrong with it. And this is Eto'o.
Boca Juniors always have been a side that are known for pressing, a style that's very high tariff, Peter.
But it can pay off big time, can't it?
Yeah, just about every top side are doing.
And Messi! Well, now it's a race for the ball.
Pa dobro I nisam los.
Messi.
They'll want to make the most of this turnover.
Lovely pass, but Eto'o! Eto'o! He's got a goal! And once more we are all square. You score, we score.
Well, if ever you want to see a lesson in responding to a deficit, that's it. Their heads didn't drop, and now their chins are up.
And a trademark move ends with the inevitable classy finish.
Boca Juniors are such an adept counter-attacking team. They produced something out of nothing there. A few seconds was all it took for them to convert a defensive situation into a goal, and it's very impressive.
Tries one from range. Oh, crossbar! Oh, full marks for that effort.
Yeah, I mean, I guess he tried one of his specials.
Goes long and straight. He's in plenty of space here. Oh, what a ball! Just about midway through the first half, and it has been an engaging watch. And that interception was most necessary.
That was well played, well stopped.
Now it's Messi. Neither of these two want to come off second best. Davids. Well, he's going to be disappointed with that. Cannavaro.
They want to be quick here. It's breakaway time.
Thuram. Lovely pass, but can he get there? And this is Eto'o, showing good feet. Messi. Chance! Oh, fine stop from the keeper.
Listen, actually didn't do an awful lot wrong, to be honest.
And here's Messi. Nice control. Hullet. Decent chance! Oh, that was no routine save.
Hullet clearly thought he had the beating of the keeper.
It's their second corner of the game.
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
And now a sudden chance to counter. Thuram gets over and intercepts. And here's Neymar. It's a pretty loose pass. Gullit. Now it's Eto'o. Tries to pass it through. Shot could be on. Neymar! And that has been knocked clear. Neymar. Thuram. Now it's Gullit. Messi. Neymar. Oh, good read.
He read that really well and stopped it.
And that could set him on his way. Well, they're looking at the referee, but he's waved play on. Messi. Rijkaard makes the interception. Eto'o. And this is... And the shot! Messi! A truly super goal. What a spiky hit that was.
Oh, how does he get the ball to do that? He's on an...
The whistle's gone, and that's it for the first half. It's been thrills and spills at either end in the first half. Neither side really seizing the initiative, and both teams still very much in it. It is quite a game, breathless and laced with excitement.
Well, it's a lead that's by no means convincing. The manager can't go too easy on his players here. I think they need to re-establish that focus and try to lift the purpose again. They'll want a good start to the second half.
Internacional are leading, but it is still delicately poised. It's 2-1. We're on the move again.
Eto'o really needed to concentrate on protecting the ball. Then again, he was being very closely marshalled.
Oh, the defence just about came out on top, but they were certainly tested. Zola. Great ball if he can get there. Oh, look at this. Eto'o! Goal! 2 up now, and they are cruising. So the lead now is 2.
The crowd are calling for this to be put to bed. There's little sympathy about.
That's really nicely played. Boca Juniors can breathe again, just.
Simply brilliant defending.
Oh, guilty! It's Eto'o! Good save. Keeper read that well.
Well, he was sure he was going to pull that off.
And that's been intercepted.
That's great positioning. So good from him.
Now it's Gerrard. Well seen. Saw that coming.
That was well played. Well stopped.
Cute ball now. How can he reach it? A slightly better ball would have led to a very different outcome there.
Internacional clearly should have gone for the easier pass. Now they'll have to quickly regroup.
Rijkaard wins the duel this time. Easy enough for the goalkeeper.
Is that the first time we've seen him try that? It's definitely given the opposition a little more to think about.
I have to say that was... Great chance! And it's there! And with that, it is pretty much a done deal. Calm, composed, confident. What a super goal.
Well, that's great disguise he got on that finish too. Just toying with the
Ja den går na.
guessed the wrong thing to do. Made him look a bit silly, Peter.
And now he has 2. So now the difference is 3. Maldini. Passing is crisp and sharp. Can he get on the end of this? Maldini does well not to be outdone there. Bullet. And the counter is on. Well, the idea was a good one. The execution of it, not quite so.
He made it look a bit predictable.
Now it's Eto'o, and he's managed to get free. He's got plenty of space out wide here. Now the cross. And he's there to deal with it. He'll try from distance! And somehow he's managed to miss it.
Boca Juniors are showing good urgency, but they have to place more emphasis on service into the box.
Cambio en Boca Juniors. Número 11.
So changes afoot here, and from both sides.
Messi. Número 5. Número 18.
And that's been intercepted.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Número 15. Número 7.
And they've got a
Número
throw.
8. Se va a realizar un cambio.
Now he's off and running. And it's Owen. 75 minutes played. Oh, well measured. Real chance! Ball's over the line, and it is a corner.
Size really matters, and it's time to make it matter now.
That's a decent clearance. And now they can spring out of defence. He has found a way through. Pull it. Cafu. Nicely weighted ball. Pull it. Big chance! And it's in!
Look, that was a technical interaction of great football. That has gone down a treat.
And it didn't take him long. Just sitting on the bench and waiting moments ago, already he has scored.
I think the manager's claiming an assist here.
So could they be onto something here? Makalele. That's going wide left. It's a good run he's making out on the left. Oh, he's been caught napping. Boca Juniors.
Vamos,
get
Tisoli.
their fourth corner. And he's heaved it away. Internacional are looking to go forward now. Fermin. Cantona quietly revving up. Skillfully cut out. He is so at ease on the ball. Serginho. And that interception was most necessary.
That's great positioning. So good from
Se
him.
van a jugar
Now
4
it's
minutos de
Mackay.
compensación.
Mackay. Serginho. There will be 4 extra minutes. Cafu. That's good play. Oh, good read.
That was well played, well stopped.
And that has been cleared. Brilliantly cut out. Owen. And we're done. And so they have the outcome they desire. A dose of reality and quality, absolute togetherness, and the...
Ajde, brate, ćao. Mogu ti kažem od ovog novog peča i ovaj novi trener, malo više mi se sviđa igrica, ali dalje je smeće.
Well, what a sight this is. The colour, the choreography, the camaraderie. The fans have pulled out all the stops to make this a monumental occasion. And the mood is boisterous. It is a perfect ambience for the central characters who are ready now to perform. So things are underway. Czech reaching 3 figures in terms of his appearances for the club.
Yeah, something that I mentioned to him in person before the match, Peter, although it took some time to register. Pretty much the same with me on my 100th game. I was more focused on winning than anything else.
Chiellini with the clearance.
Well, a few of his teammates are quite furious with him as they felt they were within reach, but he made nothing of it. His boss doesn't look too amused either.
Oh, this looks sharp. Pato. Gerrard. Vermaelen makes the interception. Seedorf. That's a nicely weighted pass. Gerrard. Messi. Now it's Eto'o. And it's Eto'o. Now it's Messi. He's having a pop. Messi!
Kako sam dobar za ovo, šta kažeš, Dejan?
Another planet!
As openings go, this is up there. Another magnificent finish from Mr. Magnificent. This could be good, very good.
A truly super goal. What a spiky hit that was.
That is simply tremendous. I mean, how easy would it have been to get across it or overhit it? Perfection.
So the game's first significant... Oh, what? And one more try!
Aj, jebem ti sunce, mora se odbije.
A game of thrills, all square in the blinking of an eye.
Yeah, they say that fortune favours the brave, and we've just seen an example. This team has real personality.
And Messi! And he was there to get a vital touch.
Really looked sharp there, didn't he? That's very well played.
A stiskao sam što je najgore, nije očito, to jest spavao sam kod...
And he thumps it clear. And now they can spring out of defence. And this is Eto'o. Terrific effort! And he gets rid in a hurry. Showing good feet. Messi! It's bounced back off the post.
Kako nije ušlo.
Goal! International! And they're back in front. Sharp, simple, satisfying. He just knew what was on.
Listen, he would have been advised to do that as a kid, and it's obviously etched in his mind now.
Internacional have their lead. Now it's Bebeto. And that's been intercepted.
That was well played, well stopped.
Still very early doors, but it is a closely contested affair. And this is Eto'o. Deftly away. Internacional have got it back and they'll have another go. Zola. Running with the ball. He'll try from distance.
Znaš šta je fora, mogu se okrenem I odmah bolje igram.
And no surprise, that's a booking.
Well, talk about being caught between a rock and a hard place. I don't think he had much choice there, although he's paid for it.
Great chance here from position.
Gledaj ovo.
Looking to widen the gap even further here. Zola. He's going for goal.
Šta je bre s ovo rašlje koji kurac?
Oh, that's neat. Messi. Shapes to shoot. Loose ball now, and there's a chase on to retrieve it. And now they can clear their lines. And here's Eto'o. Now it's Neymar. Oh, he's having a go! Now he wants to get in on the act here.
Internacional really can be very happy with the way they're going about things, Peter. They'll want to capitalise on this good spell, though.
Here's a man adored by many, even deified by some. He's played it back.
He had nobody else to help out there. That's just playing it safe and simple.
Neither of these two want to come off second best. Zanetti. Gerrard. And it's Gerrard. Internacional heading towards the half-time break. The wind very much in their sails. Pirlo clears without hesitation. Oh, he's been caught napping. And this is Eto'o. And he's quick to snatch it back. Well, that is good. Super running, sharp movement. Came up against a defender, though, who was ever so determined. Oh, that's superb. Well, the defence just about came out on top, but they were certainly tested. He's found a way past. Solar. Seedorf clears. And it's Neymar.
Foram indicados
Gerrard.
2 minutos de acréscimo.
Whatever he had in mind, that was not it. Zola. Here's a chance! Oh, full marks for that effort.
Yeah, I mean, I guess he tried one of his specials.
Ne znam koji su, Tim, Momo I ne znam još ova dvojica koja su. To jest Momo otišao sad.
The whistle's gone, and that's it for the first half. It's been thrills and spills at either end in the first half. Neither side really seizing the initiative, and both teams still very much in it. Yeah, neither side holding back here. It has been quite a half, this.
Well, I think the message from the manager at half-time will be pretty simple, Peter. He's going to want them to play at a higher tempo, press more, higher up the pitch, pass quicker, and entice the opposition out of position. He knows how crucial the next goal will be.
Internacional leading, but only just 2 on the scoreline. And we're already back up and running after half-time. And Messi!
Messi.
A finish of true class! And there we have it, the 2-goal cushion. Stylish in the extreme, a delicious goal.
That was magnificent. The way he got it so perfectly. I think he's even managed to surprise himself, Peter.
So the lead now is 2.
Well, everything is going to plan, Peter. A day for a regular managerial heartbeat, at least for one.
Platini has been booked, just to confirm, for that earlier incident. And it's Messi. Applies the finish!
Ovo je ono ti što radiš.
Oh, and that one's done no damage in the end.
I think that was probably what the opposition wanted him to do, Peter. They're not going to be overly worried if he's shooting from that sort of distance.
Oh, he's been caught on it! Inzaghi! And a terrific save from the keeper.
Filippo Inzaghi actually didn't do an awful lot wrong, to be honest.
Defending of the desperate variety. Lovely bit of skill. He's having a hit! That was mighty close.
No, 91% imam pas.
Seedorf. And this is Messi. Now it's Inzaghi. Platini. Oh, now here's an interesting matchup.
That dugout has had some relief at least, but now the harder work starts. They've got to push for more.
Messi. Gerrard. Now that's well seen too. Now it's Neymar. Oh, that's fabulous. Real chance here. Tries to get it clear. Oh, he's done very well to take that back. And here's Messi. And it's Gerrard.
Gerrard really needed to concentrate on protecting the ball. Then again, he was being very closely marshalled.
Seedorf. Can he get on the end of this? Cross deflected behind for a corner. Corner number 2 then. Cleared without hesitation. That's tidy. Well read, and the danger is averted. Zola. Now Neymar. Now it's Eto'o.
Pretty robust defending.
Chiellini.
Mislim svirao Asin, nije faul. Faul svirao, evo.
And he has shown him a yellow card. Zola has found the net here, of course. Tries one! He's been bundled over, that is a foul. And he is going into that little black book.
Substituição no time do Botafogo.
He's shaping up to have a crack from here.
Well, the goalkeeper needs to have everything to his liking, and he's barking out the orders now.
Camisa 7. Camisa
He'll
2.
try from distance.
Jebate, tri blica sam mu dao.
From Zola. A finish right from the top draw. And with that, it is pretty much a done deal. What a delicious goal. And that's it. So just time for me to say thanks to Jim for his wisdom.
I to Petar Čeho. Pa ako nastavim da igram mogu. Opa! Ako povedem, dobiť više bodova.
The noise is just about reaching a crescendo here as these two sides get ready to lock horns. This is football at its finest. Some terrific scenes here in Barcelona. My goodness me, it's made even better by 100,000 supporters in full voice. We are just getting started.
The Netherlands promoted the philosophy of total...
Shoots! And it's a goal!
Listen, the big names earn their reputations for precisely the reason we've just seen. They have a habit of making their presence felt, and here we are, early stages. He struck one, and he looks hungry for more.
A momentary lapse. Messi!
Brate, šta radi Blitzkriegera?
Another planet! Oh, it really is a finish of the highest order. 2-0, and in next to no time. That is a diamond of a goal. The planning immaculate, the execution brilliant.
That was magnificent. The way he cut it so perfectly. I think he's even managed to surprise himself, Peter.
Internacional are doing very nicely, thank you.
Well, their manager seems to have them always thinking about the next goal. When's the next goal coming? They're such an entertaining watch.
Well, the defence proved infallible then, but that won't be the last they'll see of him. Eto'o is offering some sort of an apology there.
Well, the pass wasn't good enough, and he knows it.
Looking tidy in possession here. Now it's Messi. So what can they make of this? Engages and forces him off the ball. Messi tries to play it through, and that's a good ball. Shapes to shoot! He's beaten the keeper, but hit the post. Internacional look comfortable already. 2 to the good and flying. And here's Neymar. He'll try from distance. I'll be a bit disappointed with that.
Yeah, I mean, I guess he tried one of his specials.
Vieira kept his eye on it, and he's there. Long ball by the goalkeeper. That is ended up in no man's land. Now it's Messi. And here's Eto'o. He has found the way through. And the finish! Relentless! Just relentless! And they are disappearing out of sight. And a trademark move ends with the inevitable classy finish.
Internacional are such an adept counter-attacking team. They produced something out of nothing there. A few seconds was all it took for them.
That a foul? Yes, the referee.
Zašto faul?
And he is going into that little black book.
I just think it was a cheap foul to give away.
Gerrard, a player so deservedly decorated with praise and glory. Not much subtlety about that challenge. Well seen, saw that coming.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Passing is crisp and sharp. Strong challenge, that could leave a mark. Nothing wrong with that tackle, ball won cleanly. Passes short and sharp. Oh, that's a very... Vieira!
Šta radi?
They are purring, truly purring. Piercing, and with pinpoint accuracy, he forces it through.
Yeah, Peter, I think we've got to give the keeper some slack here because he didn't have the greatest view of that, but you've got to give the scorer his due as well. I mean, he had that sharpness of mind and clinical edge.
This is a gloriously greedy performance.
And things are much healthier in their favour. Mind you, you would have thought that when the last one went in.
Looking for the run. Oh, nice touch. It's Eto'o! Off the post! Oh, good read.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Flashes it across. Zanetti attempts a clearance. And it's Gerrard. Well, that defending is unapologetically persistent. It's almost personal. And it had to be. Oh, he's been caught on it here. Real chance here. And he's quick to get rid. Best receives it in a good position here. Neither of these two want to come off second best. And this is Messi. Pullet. Barcelona claiming a corner, and the referee concurs. Barcelona with their first corner, the first in the game for either side, actually. And he was alert to it. And that is well cleared. Seedorf. And he's best! And yes, it's there! You give him an inch and he'll take a mile. Such immaculate precision.
Keeper might have been a little unsighted. He seemed awfully late in reacting to that.
At least that has given their people something to smile about. Pullet.
They've got to make this nice and quick.
He's onside, chance for a shot! Oh, that is rather wayward.
I think that's just more proof that this team is very comfortable playing on the break. They're really swift.
Rijkaard spots it and intercepts.
Habrán 3 minutos de descuento.
Seedorf. Now it's Mbappe. Pullet. Good. And Pullet! That was quite a test for the goalkeeper.
Barcelona certainly look sharp there. They're very well drilled in this art of counter-attacking.
Thuram clears it away. Cannavaro. And it's Rijkaard. And that brings the first half to a close.
Internacional are looking as solid as I've seen for some time. All departments are working strongly, and this can do their confidence a whole power of good.
Internacional leading by 3, and normally that would do, and some. But this feels like no ordinary game. We're on the move again. Zola. Oh, sweet feet. Well, the defence just about came out on top, but they were certainly tested. Oh, what a... Can he finish? It's in! They will take that. They are absolutely ripping it up. And he stuck it away as if laser-guided.
That's just a fabulous, fabulous finish. Anything that close to the frame of the goal, 99 times out of 100, the keeper's not getting there.
Internacional are having a ball here. Nice physical challenge. Gerrard. Vieira. Bout of passing here, really easy on the eye. And that pass is somewhat less than ideal.
They should have done a lot better there. The final ball was very poor.
Mbappe! Well, it didn't look good for a while, but that was brave defending, and they got away with it. Oh, great chance! Oh, shooting chance! And a neat finish! How many? Just how many? The gulf in class is vast.
Well, I think we've reached the point when even damage limitations is no longer an option.
Internacional are at the peak of their powers. As for their opponents, a long way from that.
This is wonderful front-footed football. The manager will be absolutely thrilled to see his team clicking in every department.
Well, facing up to his adversary, this is a formidable matchup. And it's Neymar. Well, the runner's been sold a little bit short there.
Well, I think the opposition saw that pass coming a mile off, and it wasn't the best decision.
Best! And Czech pulls off a sensational save. Keeper always had the measure of that.
Well, there's always that risk, Peter, when a team commits too many numbers forward. You can't help but leave some gaps at the back.
And he's taking no chances there. He's on it. Chance! It's loose, and there's a race for the ball. Thuram attempts a clearance. And Hullet! Oh, there was plenty on that.
I can't quite believe he's missed that, Peter.
He's picked his way through. It's run loose. Who's going to get there? Ball is over the line.
Cambio de jugadores en el Barcelona. El dorsal 8, el dorsal 10, Messi, el dorsal 9, el dorsal 4, Sidon.
Great ball, and he's in here.
El dorsal 16,
Vieira.
el dorsal 20, Neymar, el dorsal 21, el dorsal 14.
Pass is coming off in quick succession here.
Cambio de jugadores.
Well, he has slightly undercooked that one.
Well, everything up to the final pass looked decent. They just couldn't pick out that killer ball.
And that interception was most necessary.
That was well played, well stopped.
Beckham. That's a shade optimistic. It's a searching pass. Oh, what has happened here? Played into the box. Oh, good climb! Decent chance. That is a fine delivery. Beckham to take it as usual. And he's cut it out. Barcelona are looking to go forward now. And he's managed to get free. He's had a shot! Oh, he's kept it out. That's a great save. Barcelona get their fourth corner. Yamal! Cantona. Internacional are looking to break at pace. He can run onto that. Just the keeper in his way. There's the shot! Guti. Oh, there's a probing ball. Vieira pulls off an exemplary piece of defending. Guti. Now it's Neymar. Looking to play him in. And the assistant referee has his flag raised for offside. And it's Lopez. Can he get it through? Oh, super ball! Real chance! Goal! They forced the error and extracted the maximum punishment.
The danger was always there, Peter. We all knew they'd be pouncing on any slip or any sort of indecision. They need to sharpen up or it's going to happen again.
Barcelona still making a fight of this. Fermin. And Jamal. Oh, delightful ball.
Habrá 4 minutos de
And
descuento.
he's been shifted off it. Kaut. Good driving run. Cantona. And that's been intercepted.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Oh, that's really good play on the right. He's driving forward. Rijkaard cuts it out. Time added on 4 minutes. Oh, that's well done, really robust. Thuram can get it clear. Best. That's that, the end. Well, that was a shimmering, sizzling, scintillating game. The key characters glittered throughout and did what they...